Baka naman, baka naman, baka naman. Hello everyone, welcome back to Baka naman X Eva.
The Evangelism Podcast Studio Takeover.
Correct. So officially that makes us squatters.
Correct.
Diba?
Maggulatan na lang tayo kung saan tayo studio next week, no?
Correct. Oo, baka next week nasa main stage na tayo ng Drag Race. Charing. But we have a very special guest sa ating episode this week. Please welcome, arguably, somebody who is a very, very strong contender for the crown right now. Please welcome, Brigading.
Ding, ding, ding. Hello, Bikini.
Medyo rin siya this week. The past few weeks, medyo darling of the press din siya. Ang gaganda ng mga headlines coming out of the show.
Naman.
Thank you. Kasi sayang naman, di ba? Ngayon lang tayo magkakaroon ng ganitong moment. So, might as well ipagsigawan talaga natin.
Correct.
Tama. So, we are filming this the day after Snatch Game. It hasn't been 24 hours since the episode aired. How are you right now? Just big redemption story for like the last 2 to 3 weeks. Kamusta ka in this very moment?
I'm more than anything very grateful talaga ako sa experience na to. Kasi kung hindi ako makapasok ng Station Royale, parang kailan ko pa maikikwento or mapapakita yung kung sino talaga ako as a performer, as a drag artist. So, I'm very happy na meron akong ganitong chance to show the world who I am.
Pasabog!
Yes, diba? Happy talaga ako kasi parang hindi ko rin to in-expect sa Station Royale eh.
Oh.
Sa buong season, hindi ko to in-expect before coming in na, marurudim ko yung sarili ko, babawi ako sa Snatch Game, mananalo ako ng Rubadge. Wala yan sa mga plano. Just gusto ko lang talagang mag-enjoy at gumawa ng new memories with my sisters.
Pasabog.
For real.
And then of course, so we start the episode which is, the aftermath of Bernie being eliminated.
By you.
By you. Diba? Parang Filipino ang unang nagtanggal ng Filipino Queen.
Yes. Which makes it more,
more dramatic. Diba? Pasabog. So, of course, alam namin close kayo ni Bernie because like peers kayo sa O-Bar before. But was the decision easier because there was a clear track record na mas nanaeg or was it different?
Alam mo, nahirapan ako nung una.
Okay.
For real, talagang mas gusto kong targeting matanggal si Arizona Brandy.
Kasi
naman,
rin siya eh.
talagang
Maganda rin track record niya eh.
At saka parang mas mahirap kalaban si Arizona than dun sa pinakita ni Bernie from the last episodes.
Correct.
So parang magiging strategic kung tatanggalin ko si Arizona Brandy.
Yeah.
Pero parang nanaig yung, mag-track record tayo. Parang mas magandang umabot ako sa dulo na isa-isa natin silang kinabog or isa-isa natin silang talagang pinatumba.
Correct.
At saka syempre nakita na rin naman natin in the past kung ano yung mangyayari pag may inelbow kang palaban, di ba?
Tsaka episode 5 pa lang, parang nakakatakot na gumawa ka ng something wrong and then babalik siya sa'yo, yung
correct.
karma. May mata-target ka, di ba?
Oo. But also, I think, gets ko naman yung, like you played with the idea of possibly taking out Arizona because, Snatch Game, wala pa, paparating pa lang, di ba? I'm sure may isa pa dong comedy, whatever challenge.
Baka
so,
mamaya si Arizona ang manalo, di ba? Tapos,
correct.
Ako ang tanggalin niya.
Correct.
So, scary talaga.
Nakakatawa nga, meron kayo like very short moment there na parang sinabi mo kay Arizona, di ba, na parang anong guarantee ko na tipong
correct. Parang,
hindi ako tatanggalin mo when you have the chance.
Tapos ang sagot, depende.
Well, totoo talagang nakakatakot din talaga si Arizona at that time kasi talagang ang tapang niya talagang palaban siya eh. Kapag ka nasa bottom siya, hindi, lalaban ako, kailangan magstay ako dito. So kitang-kita ko talagang hunger kay Arizona.
I love it.
Sabi ko, okay, sige. Wala pa. Hindi pa ito yung time para
mag-Naomi Smalls.
Gumawa ng mahirap na desisyon.
Oo.
Masyado pang maaga episode 5.
Masyado pang maaga. And then, of course, that also means that you were able to win your first Rue badge, diba, ng episode 5. Pinag-usapan namin to sa podcast. Ang daming parallels in terms of that particular win, diba? Parang you went home on a makeover challenge, you won the makeover challenge, but also the first time you lip-sync sa season 1 was episode 5. And And then, so see, I'm making you realize things that you experienced yourself. Diba? Sinabi ko, may ganun,
yung mga part na yun.
may ganun ring parallel, diba? Na parang, oh wow, that's like really, really good coincidence. Feeling ko yung ganun, hindi mo na mapaplano yun eh.
Yung mga ganung specifics, yung mga as in to the numbers, parang feeling ko hindi na rin yun iniisip ng mga tao.
Basta alam ko, nung nakita ko sa brief na may makeover challenge and homecoming gala, I really want to make it grand and talagang bongga. Kasi doon ako na-eliminate. So, kailangan talagang bumawi sa episode na yun.
Correct. Actually, I want to know if you can give us a few details. Yung makeover challenge, so does that mean all queens were asked to bring 3 items?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So, lahat kami, pinagdala kami ng tagtatatlong homecoming gala. Yun lang.
Got it.
So, parang, syempre, hindi na pwedeng maglaro-laro. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-play safe.
Correct.
Hindi mo pwedeng hayaang mabottom ka at magkaroon ng chance yung mga sisters mo na tanggalin ka.
Correct.
Alam mo talagang magaling ka. Ito, mo lagi.
I love
naman
it.
yung ginawa ko sa
Pasabog. Okay. And then, of course, yung last episode rin, nakuha natin ang laplapan.
The lip sync.
ano ba yung ship name nyo ngayon?
Anong pangalan?
May mga Suki Ding.
Suki Ding.
Dingdal.
Ding-dong. Ang ganda ng Ding-dong.
Dingdal.
Dingdal. Yun din yung gusto ko. Ang sweet talaga si Suki Dal. Actually, na-enjoy ko yung lip sync.
Lip-sync.
Wait, kalaruhin mo.
Yung
ano na-enjoy mo?
laplapan.
Yung lip sync o yung laplap?
Na-enjoy ko yung lip sync.
Okay.
With the
sige.
laplapan na rin.
Okay.
Kasi parang, nung nag-film kami, mayroong ganong tension si Suki Dal na, basta it's giving hot.
Kinikilig! Nakakaloka!
Totoo.
Namumula.
Yung view ko ng mukha mo is like full view. Namumula siya, guys. Okay.
Totoo, may something. May something. Kaya nung nagkaroon kami ng chance na parang mag-connect, eto na yun, sige na, Dave. Mas bongga kasi naging show pa siya.
Correct. Pasabog.
When we live for moments like that, yung very organic connections sa lip syncs.
Yeah. And we also talked about this during the last podcast. The lip sync without the laplapan was already like top tier. Because it was just like sex and kagandahan, tension. Dalawang beses kayo nag-synchronize out of nowhere. So parang yun pa lang, sobrang fed na kami. And then putang ina naglapla. Parang girl!
Init na rin kasi kami episode 5 na, alam mo yon, ang tagal na rin namin.
Kalahati kayo yung season, mga tagal walang kalabet.
So, yun.
Gusto ko yung ginamit mo talagang term, init na init. Okay.
Mainit din talaga nung episode na yon. Mainit talaga kasi medyo dramatic.
Sure. Diba? So, sige. Nakakalo. Naramdaman, alam mo.
Magandang refresher. Reset. Ganun.
Okay, pumunta na nga tayo sa episode 6 mismo.
Correct.
Dahil kayo na pa tayo naglilinger doon.
So, it's a new day in the workroom and maraming nangyari.
Correct.
May mga umer time. So, of course, we had, CM's moment. We're gonna call it respectfully a moment. And we got the perspectives from the confessionals of Kiana, of Yua, of a little bit of Suki, and of course, we got the perspective of Vinyas in that moment. But how did you perceive that? What were your feelings in the moment? Ano yung pagka-process mo sa kanya?
Ang naalala ko nung time na yun, parang nasa edit din yun eh. Parang, let's give it up for Sia. Thank you so much, Sia, for that wonderful performance. Kasi, parang, work, pasabog, effort si ate, moment, airtime. I love that for you. Hindi ko siya tinake na very personal or attack for me. Or
Because the cameras were rolling. Like you were working, di ba?
So alam namin na parang it's just a performance or kung ano man ang nangyayari sa kanya, medyo kinabahan ako na may konting kaba kasi medyo parang nakita ko na nauga na yung mga sisters.
Yes.
So, di ba may ganun parang psychological effect na pagka yung kinakabahan na iba, dapat makabahan na rin ako. So may ganung konting moments. Pero nung una, parang nag-enjoy talaga ako kasi aliw. Hindi ko kailangan mag-perform. May nagpe-perform for us.
Correct. Diba? Free show, di ba? Correct. Okay.
Pero yun, nung tumagal na, nung parang kinailangan na namin mag-take ng break, na parang kailangan mo nang i-comfort si Siam.
Correct. And then, I guess, during that time, diba, for your like very close friend kay Vinyas, parang how did you navigate that very, very delicate and vulnerable moment for her?
Uy, alam mo na naawa talaga ako kay Vinyas kasi never maglalabas ng ganong klaseng side si Vinyas nang hindi niya talaga nararamdaman or hindi talaga totoo or authentic sa kanya. So talagang naawa ko, pero hindi kasi kayo pwedeng magsama-sama masyado eh. Hindi kayo pwedeng magdikit-dikit, lalo kapag hindi nakatapat yung camera.
Correct, yeah.
Diba, backstage, so kailangan magkakahiwalay kami, bawal mag-usap.
Yes.
Gusto ko siyang i-comfort. Alam mo yung parang nagsumisenya-senya lang ako ng heart sa kanya. Or tinuturo-turo ko lang siya na parang, kaya mo yan sis, lumaban ka, ganyan. Tapos bubulong lang siya na parang, may iling-iling lang siya ng ganun backstage or from the CR na nag-breakdown na pala siya. So nakakalungkot na, sister, ano ba? Kailangan kita in this challenge, in this episode, in this season, lumaban ka sis.
Tsaka syempre, in the competition, mahirap yung magkaroon ka ng, yung ma-throw off ka ng ganon. Kasi, dire-diretso yan eh. Of course, filming, if you didn't know, sunod-sunod halos ang filming na episodes. And it's really hard to get thrown off kasi you don't know how long that will stay with you, especially coming into challenges.
Yeah, but also like when I was just looking at Venus's body language, parang she looked very affected. Like nakahukot na siya, and then parang ang hina-hina na ng boses niya. So parang, oh my God. And this is someone who's been like on a really great streak. So parang I'm sure the competitor in her was also worried na parang this cannot derail me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Diba?
At saka ang taas ng pressure sa kanya from the last few episodes. Lagi siyang nasa top, laging gagging lahat sa kanya. So, makareceive siya ng ganong negative energy. Talagang, teka lang, ano nangyayari? Nauga talaga siya.
Yeah. Which actually, konting sidetrack lang. And I also want to pick your brains. At this point in the competition, we're halfway through. Kamusta ka like in terms of gameplay? Parang best foot forward ka lang ba everyday? Did you have a strategy na tipong may third gear kang huhukayan pa pagdating nitong last few episodes? Like what was your, like how did you plan to approach this to just make sure na pasabog ang iyong run?
Parang talagang mas gusto ko lang maging present. All the time, really. Like, okay, today, ano yung, based on priorities, anong mangyayari today? Ito muna yung haharapin ko. Ito lang muna yung iisipin ko.
I love that.
Hindi ko na muna,
it's really good.
Of course, sa hotel, may isip mo na parang on the next episode, pag dumating yung challenge na yun, parang hindi pa ako ready doon. Pero,
magkaplano ka na, magkakalculate ka.
so much time dun sa mga challenges na hindi pa naman dumarating. Dito muna tayo sa, yung nasa harapan mo lang muna.
Correct. Very
and how
good.
to be very present.
Yeah.
Like, even na nangyayari na yung mga ganong drama and like,
Airtime.
Nung time na yun na, wait, like, saan ko ipoposition yung sarili ko? How do I make myself safe here?
Oh, that's very,
sa challenge na darating, hindi siya makaka-affect.
That's a really good personal mindset to
that's
have.
a very wise like approach to it. And I think kita ko rin, nakukuha ko rin sa confessionals mo, and I think when you present what you present on the runway, you always feel very centered. You know, na parang it always comes from like a place of parang kalmado lang, this is what I'm gonna give. If gusto niyo siya, great. If not, then I still feel good about it. I am getting that energy from you.
So, pagpasok ko pa lang talaga, very excited ako. As in, sobrang saya ko. I was wearing white. Tapos tumatalon-talon pa ako. Parang sabi ko, kailangan matandaan ko tong moment na to na nagla-lock-in kami, nagtitimbang kami ng mga gamit. Like talagang, as in lahat, in-hike ko, ina-appear ko sila.
I love that!
Tumatalon-talon pa ako. May konting papansin na
Yeah.
ako ngayon talaga.
Yeah.
Excited ako.
Kasi
Very
kailangan mo
joyful.
ring i-manufacture yung delulu kasi pwedeng maging momentum yun, di ba? And clearly, it is working for you. So, wow. That's a great trick. So, to the people who will join Drag Race, delulu is the solulo.
Hindi, tsaka gitna na ng season, nakakalahati na kayo. And to still have that healthy personal headspace, parang it may or may not be strategic, but it's paying off for you.
Siguro nakatulong din yung healing per episode. Na tuwing nakakarinig ako ng mga good critiques, tapos nag-top ako nung episode 4, and then nanalo ako ng Rue Badge, parang, okay, I'm on the right track. Kailangan ko lang i-maintain. I-sustain ko lang to hanggang dulo.
Correct. Sorry to make this a therapy session, pero nakakatuwa kasi itong topic na to. I'm sure it must also feel like it's such a gift na parang every episode nababawasan ka ng baggage.
Yes.
And you just move closer to your more authentic expression.
Tsaka tumatapang ka lang ng tumatapang. Parang tinutulungan ka ng mga naririnig mong validations and feedbacks na, okay, it's here to help me. So, might as well use it.
Yeah, actually skipping ahead onte, sobrang I really loved the moment that you had on the main stage kasi may kita mo talaga yung parang very visible healing moment of getting good critiques for your snatch game na parang kaya mo na challenge siya kinakabahan ka because that was the challenge that you Tama ba? You got sent from
Correct, na bottom, yeah. Oo. So, I mean, wow, diba? So, anyway, babalik na po ulit kami sa episode. Sorry po, naging therapy session na dalawang Pisces po kasi yung kasama ko. Okay, pasensya na po tayo.
March.
Ako February.
Diba? Oo. So, pero ibumalik na po tayo sa competition. And then, so, it is the mini challenge, which is the Rate a Queen, na I think baka meron din kaunting war flashback sa'yo. Kasi medyo inuga ka nung mini challenge ito nung season 1, diba?
So, ang sarap sa feeling na meron kang babalik kang memory na, ito yung nag-trigger sa akin nung time na yun. Ito yung umuga sa akin. So, ngayon,
rewrite.
Ano strategy natin ngayon?
Oh, yeah.
Ganito nangyari nun eh. Paano mo siya babaguhin ngayon? Paano mo ngayon papatapangin yung sarili mo for whatever's gonna be the result? Hindi pwedeng, this is just a challenge.
Correct. I love
fun
that.
Lang ito.
Yeah, because I mean, nasa edit ng season 1, pinakita talagang nauga ka talaga with like, yun talagang iniisip ng mga hinayupak na to sa akin. And now, diba, it's like, wow, it's just, again, it's a gift. But with that being said, are you able to share with us your rankings? What do you remember? Because partial list lang yung nakita namin.
Alam mo, parang naka-affect din sa akin yung nangyari kay Venus ng time na yun. Before yung Rate a Queen, nandun nga kami sa backstage. Just isa-isa kami papasok sa precinct para mag-cast ng votes namin.
Correct.
Diba? So, winan ko talaga si Venus kasi parang feeling ko kailangan niya din
Ng
ng
lift.
extra push
Yeah.
at lift nung time na yun. And also, talaga namang bilib na bilib ako. Kumbaga, kung meron akong taong titingnan dun sa buong competition na pagkukuhanan ko ng confidence at pagkukuhanan ko ng inspiration, si Venus talaga yun, di ba? Nag-take ng risk, overly confident talaga sa mga choices niya. So sabi ko, sa'yo to sis. Sige, sa'yo tang one. Kasi ako parang nandun pa lang ako sa becoming eh. So sige, sa'yo muna tong tong mini challenge na to.
Tapos ang bottom mo ay?
Si Yuma din and si Siam talaga.
Okay, got it.
Kasi parang ang tagal na parang
yeah.
kailangan nilang malaman na from our perspective, mga queens, you need to step your pussy up, girls.
Yeah.
Reading the room for that mini challenge, do you think sobrang naapektuhan everyone sa ranking sila with what happened right before?
Ang pinaka naapektuhan talaga si Kiana din. Nung nag-walk through si Mama Pao nung mga Snatch Game choices namin, doon nilabas yung result. Yun yung part na nag-glitch. Kaya siguro hindi natin matandaan.
Ano siya, parang right before umalis si Mama Pao, parang, at by the way, ito nga pala yung
result.
Correct.
Kami nagkakita-kita.
Ginawa rin ni RuPaul yan sa Rate a Queen, diba? Ito nga pala yung full results. Then walk out si Mother. I mean, it really is meant to stir something, and clearly, diba, the stirring affected some people. So, yeah.
So yun, doon na nag-breakdown si Kiana kasi nga parang from the walkthrough, sinabi ni Mama Pao na, nakita ko na naman yan. Ayun yung parang naririnig niya lagi kay Mama Pao. So parang ang heartbreaking lang na parang ang saya-saya mo pag hindi nag-shoot. Ang saya-saya ni Kiana, tumbling ng tumbling, patawa ng patawa, papansin.
Can you confirm that is the Kiana that you know?
Oo naman. Oo naman, girl.
Ang gulo-gulo, lagi kang kinakausap. Nadidistract ka na, nagpo-focus ka sa mga mangyayari mamaya sa shoot. Tapos pag si Kiana, parang sinasadya ba nitong mang-distract or ano? Talagang papansin lang talaga siya. Tapos biglang ganun yung nangyari sa kanya after nung makita yung results.
Oh, wow.
Pero syempre kailangan mo focus and be present.
Correct.
Ikaw na bahala dyan, Arizona.
Actually, nagkaroon ng mga one-on-one therapy session. Kiana with Arizona, si Suki with Siam nung moment na yon.
Doon ako kay Vinya.
Correct. Kanya-kanya kayong alaga, basically, right? Diba? Actually, ganun nga yun nangyari this episode. And we are going to take a very quick break before we get into the Snatch Game and runway of it all. We will be back.
And we are back on the main stage of Drag Race Philippines, Slation Royale, for the Snatch elections.
Correct. First of all, I think let's just talk about this as a challenge. I think maganda that it's not an improv challenge, diba? It is an acting challenge. It is a sketch writing challenge.
I think future, global showdowns, yun yung key term ngayon sa WOW Presents. Future global showdown season should take notes from how this Snatch Game was formatted because this evens out the playing field. Walang language barrier, walang cultural barrier because every queen, kahit references parang every queen was able to really take their own, kung ano yung strategy mindset nila for the Snatch Game, apply it individually.
Yeah.
So, kumbaga parang pag nag-flop ka, sarili mo lang sisisihin mo.
Yeah. You know, I mean, as an improviser, mahirap na nga mag-improv sa Tagalog, di ba? Di ba? Mahirap na nga mag-improv ng Tagalog, tapos mayroon ka pang added layer of English. So, it is...
Tapos, syempre, kakausapin pa yung mga tao na parang, like, people from different backgrounds,
Correct.
different
Yeah.
language,
Yeah.
capabilities.
Correct. So, ikaw, when you
It's
found...
a challenge.
Talaga?
Period.
Talaga? Kahit
Oo,
kahit
basta-
written siya?
Oo, kasi the fact lang na Snatch game siya or coming from Snatch game.
Isa pa rin siya malaking trigger for you.
Oo, dahil sobrang dami kong mga bad memories talaga nung season 1. Nakakaba talaga to. Kasi hindi mo rin alam kung paano siya ititake eh. Nalaman namin na magiging 1-minute campaign ad video. Nung mismong in-announce lang ni Mama Pao.
Oh, wow. So, all along, ang alam nyo talaga, Snatch Game will be done the way it has always been done.
Wala rin nakalagay.
I mean, like, pero expected.
Oo, pero mag-prepare ka ng character na kunyaring tatakbong presidente.
Correct. All right. Okay. So, we are now gonna get into Snatch Game. Okay. We are gonna go by Queen, Snatch Game, and The Runway. Para lang po mas efficient tayo. So, up first, we have Arizona Brandy as Lynn from Las Vegas. What say you?
Ako, she set the bar really high. Arizona had, for me, the perfect execution of like, yung references. Kasi, yung kailangan yung physicality, yung mannerisms ng character kuha niya. And syempre, papasok mo din dyan yung mga references, yung mga sikat na lines, pero kailangan maganda yung timing, tapos kailangan na hit din yung marks nung hinihingi nung challenge. Arizona had a really, really great performance. Kasi hindi lang siya, sa Snatch Game kasi, at least sa impersonation on Drag Race, you can easily fall into the trap of, pasok na lang tayo ng punchline ng person na to.
Correct.
As in, reference lang tayo ng reference, even if it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But Arizona was able to take the very, very short 1-minute airtime ni Lynn from Las Vegas and turn it into a platform.
Yes.
And insert those punchlines, those references, executed and timed really well. Arizona na yan. Alam natin, komedyante talaga siya.
I mean, alam naman natin, like, consistently, si Arizona ay malalang roaster. Magaling talaga magsulat si Arizona. And then, grabe rin yung kanyang comedic prowess in terms of just comedy as a performance. So parang this was so up her alley. And the writing din for me, kanina pinanood natin, di ba, yung the platform is as bright as your future with me. The platform is as clear as my intentions for you. The
Tas
poetry. The
yung mga,
poetry.
yung mga, for you. For me. Yung mga ganun niya.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Diba? Yung
Oo.
thanks. Hindi ko nga alam kung si Lynn from Las Vegas ay nagsabi ng thanks eh. Pero the fact na parang tipong, again, it's only like a 1-minute clip and for some weird reason, we got to know Lynn even better because of Arizona Brandy.
At nakagawa pa siya ng sarili niyang mannerism or like punchline for the character. Yung pack off, wala namang ganun si Lynn eh. Pero
Correct.
nagawa niyang this is the Arizona version of Lynn and it makes sense. And maganda yung timing.
Yes.
Naniwala ako na siya si Lynn from Las Vegas. Talaga.
Correct. Oo.
I love-
Bagong Pilipinas.
Pinapanood din namin to, talagang tawa kami ng tawa lahat. Kaya siguro naging maganda yung naging rhythm nung
Diba?
nung Snatch na pinanood namin yung mga episodes.
Correct.
Ay, yung mga edits.
Pero grabe talaga grabe talaga yung, for me, like, medyo top tier. Like, the level of restraint in certain parts of the performance and the writing and the time na kailangan niya ng ibugay yung punchline, it's total pro levels. But with that being said, how happy were you when you found out na ito ang runway at ganun lang ang runway ni Arizona? So, tipong, okay.
Hindi naman, nung nasa backstage kasi kami, wala na kaming time para scrutinize pa yung look mo kung maganda ba,
Correct.
mataas ba ang score nito, kakabahan ba ako sa'yo. Kasi ang laki nung suot niya eh. So
Correct.
parang sa isip-isip ko, ay, parang pasabog si Arizona. Although, hindi ko pa napapanood yung niya,
Video.
yung video niya. So, from the runway, medyo pa rin siya. Shocker pa rin.
Aha.
Pero
nung
narinig mo yung
nag-critique
critiques.
na, buti na lang.
Para sabi mo, parang hindi natin siya alalahanin tonight.
Oo, buti na lang.
Oh. Di ba sinabi niya nga sa viewing party namin kagabi na
Sayang naman.
sayang naman saka sana daw yung suot niya sa viewing party na lang yung sinuot niya. Baka daw she fared better. Pero, I mean, for me, it's great work from Arizona.
Galing,
Just a
Arizona.
fucking comedian. I love her so much. Up next, we have Siam Pussy as Lisa from Blackpink with a nod to White Lotus in drag.
Question mark.
Let's talk about the good parts first. Okay, I think when I watched it like 3 times already, merong mga campaign platforms there eh. Like she wants to promote healing and mindfulness, and I think it's very in line with like the Thai, what the Thais are known for in terms of that particular parang energy. Pero
no
like,
tax para sa mga brands na endorse niya.
correct. Pero like, wala ako nakuhang Lisa at all. So parang, ang baseline ng Snatch Game is tipong impersonate someone. So parang yung pinaka-fundamental na kailangan mo for Snatch Game, I feel like sobrang that was missing. But what about you, Briggs?
Alam mo, kahit kami, nung nagpe-prepare kami lahat, hindi namin maintindihan kung paano niya atakihin to.
Okay.
Tapos nung sinimula niya nang suotin yung malaking niyang boobs at nag-white face paint siya. Mapapansin niyo sa ibang mga mini challenges, nag-white face paint talaga siya. So parang, anong ginagawa ni Sia? Paano to magiging Lisa? Pero nung napanood naman namin yung video, kaya pala hindi naging make sense. Kasi parang, wala, hindi talaga naging make sense.
Correct.
Hindi namin mapag-connect yung Lisa to Sia, to the campaign ad. Parang ganun.
Although sabi nga ni Alyssa, parang it was messy at parts, which kind of works for me. It has it, because I think Siam is also incredibly charming. So kahit medyo chaotic yung video,
may
parang
charm.
makikinig ka pa rin sa kanya.
But her energy this episode started off very erratic and continued to be very erratic. As in, parang for me yung the writing, may body yung writing. Pero yung thought process sa character, parang ang dating niya sa akin, sino bang sikat na Thai personality? Si Lisa, sige siya na lang. Pero yung atake niya, Siam pa din. Hello, ayun nga, naka-white face pa rin siya, naka-boobs pa din siya. The Siam charm was still there, but if you're gonna say you're gonna be this character, lagyan mo naman ng onting backbone.
Correct.
Ang Lisa-ism lang niya, rockstar. May reference lang to rockstar, tapos yun lang.
Okay.
Tsaka para sa mga hindi nakapanood ng White Lotus, hindi namin alam na ano ba itsura niya sa White Lotus. Lisa, hindi ko rin alam.
Ako nga, ang alam ko lang na reference, Blackpink in your area eh. So wala man, I mean like again,
Wala man lang yun.
Wala man lang ganun, diba? Pero, it is what it is.
Hindi ko naka-apekto rin yung yung nangyari.
Oo,
gets
naman. And then what about this look na medyo rumiring leader of a circus pero medyo mythical creature din? What do you think?
Ayun nga, parang erratic din niya for me. Parang it was, she had the jacket, she had the corset, nag-headpiece siya para mapasok ang kabayo. Tapos pumasok siya na nasa floor siya, tapos may tinapon siya to the side and nag-runway siya. Parang it's very disjointed and hindi ko rin na-gets kung paano niya in-explain.
Yung reference niya.
Correct.
Because it's from their culture.
Yeah.
But then again, we've gotten a lot of references in this episode from different cultures that were still done well. I think Siam was just very erratic in this episode.
Yeah. And then moving on, we have Brigading as Maria Ressa. Anong masasabi mo?
What are your thoughts on the performance of Brigading?
Anong masasabi mo?
Oy, alam mo, nag-enjoy talaga ako.
Mukha naman.
In fairness naman, nag-enjoy talaga ako. Parang first line pa lang ni Maria Ressa from the video, umiiyak na ako noon. Oh my God, nagawa ko yan. So proud nung feeling ko. Di ba, parang tumawag pa ako sa'yo before coming. Ay, gagawin ko si Maria Ressa, any notes or anything.
Correct. Nagbigay lang ko lang a
did
few
you have
pointers.
other options for characters or yan lang talaga yung...
Parang ang gusto ko kasing pumili ng character na medyo aligned sa values at saka pinaniniwala. I really support Maria Ressa.
And Tite, naniniwala ka rin sa Tite.
Yes, at sa puwet.
Okay,
yes.
oo.
So parang gusto ko ng someone very serious but also challenging kung paano ko siya babaliin.
And for me, ang favorite part ko nito were not the things that you wrote because dahil naka-work na kita sa roast, alam ko na medyo kung ito yung naging ending mo sa Maria Ressa, I will not be surprised if you have 3 more pages of Maria Ressa na hindi mo nagamit because I know you to be that bitch. So parang alam kong madami pang acronym yan.
Ang daming nakasulat.
Girl,
like parang 3 pages.
I thought, see, kung hindi, kasi given na yun eh. Like, kung isusulat mo yan. Pero ang pinaka-favorite part ko nito is nung nag-physical comedy ka na yung plaque, yung libro, and all that. Ang ganda kasi niya because you earned that physical comedy part. Parang tapos ka na with like all the wordplay and all that. So now there's nothing left but to use the body as the instrument for the comedy. So parang like that for me was tipong yes.
Actually, ako naman baliktad. Parang you use the physical comedy to earn yung bale. Kasi pagpasok mo pa lang, naniwala agad ako, Maria Ressa siya. And then nung pinasok mo na yung nag-highfalutin repeating siya, tapos pinasok mo yung mga acronym, dun siya naging sobrang entertaining kasi just the concept of nabili ko na parang si Maria Ressa to, and then just the surrealism of Maria Ressa saying tite, puwet, LGBT. Ang ganda niya kasi simula pa lang you earned the right to make fun of that character in a vulgar way but still respectfully done.
Yeah. And I think for me, naging alas mo rin sa challenge na to is that because this was an acting challenge, to me, it almost felt like, when Meryl Streep would do a Saturday Night Live sketch. Kasi parang pagpasa mo pa lang, I could feel nga na parang ikaw nga si Maria Ressa at baka nga, 'di ba, ikaw ang may-ari ng Rappler. Pero it was the text and the writing that kind of like gave us the comedy. Pero for me, kitang-kita na parang malalim yung characterization na ginawa mo.
Yes.
Posture, gesture, voice andon. So tipong talagang props to you, Mama.
Thank you. Thank you.
Diba? Sabi mo meron kang 3 pages worth of things na hindi mo nagamit. Ano pang mga naalala mong nasulat mong? Ano pang
meron
mga...
pa dyan yung parang a lie repeated several times becomes the truth. Yung mga ganyan, di ba? Basta marami pa. Pero yun nga yung naging challenge yun. Paano ako gagawa ng 1-minute campaign ad with all these jokes and researches about. Tapos nagsulat pa ako ng mga words na listahan lang na puro titi. Titibag, titimbangin, titiklop, titirahin, mga ganyan.
Actually, yung dulo, ang ganda nun. So, panawagan po, mananawagan po ako, no? Eva Le Queen, kung nakikinig ka ngayon, kung magkakaroon tayo ng Snatch Game Live, I want to see Brigading as Maria Ressa in the regular Snatch Game format.
Nung nakita ko, sabi ko, ay puta, meron tong like 3-4 pages. Parang itong 1 minute na to, baka 10% lang to nung sinulat niya. So...
Hindi rin. Iba rin yung kaba.
Yeah, oo. But I also know because I mean, when we work together sa Rose, tipong like, sabi ko, girl, I had to cut like 80% of your material because you don't have 2 hours on stage. Yung sabi ko sa kanya. But like,
I think nakatulong din yung mga Rose na shows natin before coming here.
Yeah.
Kasi nagkaroon ka ng tapang to just, be confident about what you wrote.
Yeah, oo. Yeah, kasi nung roast of Kiana, I think siguro by then you might have known na, you were preparing for something. Definitely, that's training for you in terms of writing, right? And then tell us about this particular look.
Yes,
inspiration,
the concept, the process.
Who designed it?
For this runway ng Mythical Creature, gusto kong mag-mix ng masculine and feminine energy. Tapos gusto ko ng something horny, but also may glam and jewelry. Pero ang pinaka naging challenge dito sa look na to is kung sino yung gagawa. Kasi parang, di ba, yung Mythical Creature is hindi naman talaga siya madaling humanap ng designer na gagawa.
Si Mama Pau lang ata ang gumagawa niyan, di ba?
Creative.
Correct.
Or extra na ng mga kind of looks. So parang pinagtulungan to ng 4 na designers. Kasi parang, sure ako sa gusto ko ng sungay. Gusto ko ng accessories na ganyan. Gusto ko ng hooves. So talagang yung pag-source lang ng mga, real indigenous fabric yan from the Visayas.
Yes.
So kailangan talaga perfectly done, styled well, ako na talaga nag-put together. Pero let's make it work.
Yeah.
Kasi may mga challenges talaga sa designers ng time na yan.
And also the runway voiceover, the callback to the 3 winners. I mean, that was just like, I think medyo kailangan nating i-reinforce yung fact na medyo like very nakakatakot ka rin comedy writer. Kailangan lang malaman ng tao po yan. So, pati sa runway voiceover, wala siyang pinapatawad. So, very good.
No, but you talking about that process na iba-ibang designer siya, it's still a cohesive look kasi vision mo. Alam mo agad kung ano yung itsura. So, you were able to still put them together given na ang dami mong collaborators for it.
And ang special ng episode ito kasi parang lahat naging mythical. From the first drama, diba, to this.
She is coming for the Drag Race Writers gigs. Okay. Siya na raw magsusulat ng episode.
Coincidence talaga.
Actually.
Tapos nag-glitch pa. Kagabi.
Okay, given that, again, let's go back to your critiques. What was that moment like? Kasi naging emotional ka talaga nakita ko. And yun nga, parang you could really see the healing happening on stage. Yeah.
To be fair, nung una nagulat ako nung umiiyak. Sabi ko, wait, ano nangyayari? Kumbaga parang Trixie Mattel, that's a lot of emotions for top. Di ba parang ganon? Pero nung in-explain mo, parang, oh my God, I understand. But yes, do tell us more about that.
Parang nung time na yan, hindi ko talaga in-expect na ma-reward ako for what I did sa Snatch Game. Kasi nga, ang daming nangyari nung season 1 na parang I really second-guessed everything that I do after that. Tapos to be getting all these critiques, akala mo tapos na yung healing pag nakakuha ka na ng isang Rue badge or in one episode, mabubura lahat ng mga bad memories mo. Hindi, yung healing hindi siya linear eh. Tsaka nag-heal ako as it happens, as I hear those comments, those validations, very rewarding talaga siya. Tapos parang, aside from rewarding and healing, ano rin siya, sinisindihan din yung part mo na parang, ano nang next?
Correct.
So parang lalo kang niyang hinahamon na parang,
kumbaga parang,
okay, sige,
kung
next
yung mga
level
bottom
na.
challenges ko no season 1, magaling ako, ano pa kayang next? Parang ganon.
Diba? But you heard it here first. Healing is the new winning.
Yes!
Diba? Healing is the new winning.
Okay,
tayo.
ano lang, last pahabo lang, alam mo, napapansin ko sa mga runway looks mo, I love your commitment to the facial accessories. That's something a lot of queens can overlook with their looks. Para, okay, ano tayo, makeup lang tayo, drag makeup, and then maganda yung outfit. You always have just that little extra accessory or detail sa makeup mo, sa mukha mo, that just takes it to the next level for me.
Kasi parang kasama siya sa thought process eh. Nung nagpe-prepare kami, syempre all-star or
Correct.
international competition to. So hindi pwedeng ang gada-gada ng suot mo pero
Kulang.
blank or kulang yung mukha mo. So talagang kailangan lahat from head to toe pinag-isipan. May nangyayari, di ba? Draga talaga. Like, of course, gusto ng mga judges and more is more. Ang dami nangyayari. Mali ko talaga sa mata nito.
Correct. Very good.
And up next, we have Suki Doll with Mexican-Chinese stripper, Lin May.
Diba? Not beating the allegations na meron siyang very talented tongue kasi marunong siyang mag-Spanish. Diba?
Magaling siya talaga magsalita.
Magsalita lang.
Salita lang.
Magaling siya kumain, magaling siya dumila. Magaling siya sa bibig niya.
Ay, alam mo, ikaw, kanina ka makinikilig Okay. But yes, Lin May.
For me, etong latter half of the cast is where the format really pays off for me. Kasi, yun nga, they have their playing field. They can take it from their culture. And I love Suki's execution kasi even though I don't understand hindi ko kilala yung character, but I understand who the character is, what the character is, kung ano yung pinaglalaban niya.
Yeah.
I still found it very entertaining even though it was in Spanish, so I needed subtitles to understand it. But I still bought into the character kasi ang ganda ng commitment ni Suki to the bit.
Yeah. Because I think ang pinili niyang character is somebody who is like a gangsta. So therefore, if you're a
Stripper,
gangster,
oo.
stripper, you must have a lot of life experience. You must have some gravitas now. So therefore, you will be able to convince me to vote for you. And I was convinced.
Diba? Parang, bakit nga naman hindi tayo mabungoto ng pokpok as presidente? Parang
Correct.
ganun yung reaction ko to the video. Because of Suki's commitment and yung execution ng the body language, the voice.
Yeah. At saka yung parang yung duality niya na parang kung gano'n siya ka-prim and proper.
Correct.
Out of drag. Tapos dito sa Snatch Game na sobrang, kasi talaga nakaganon siya all throughout. Nagpapabuhat siya. Ilang beses daw nilang tinake yun kasi nga hindi nila makuha yung tamang patong niya dun sa lamesa. Tapos share ko lang, si Suki Doll, sobrang prepared din niya.
This frame of her in the middle with this look.
Yes. Yes. I was about to say,
Ganda.
yung lighting of this look during the critiques really sold it for me kasi yung ano na naman, yung LED background ba or yung something sa lighting pag nag-runway, medyo hindi siya kita, especially na black. Pero ngayong mas nakikita ko siya sa ilaw, ang ganda nung detalles, ang ganda nung yung jacket niya na insect wings, tapos the reveal. It's always a visual feast with Suki Doll for me.
Yeah.
Tsaka yung suot niya dyan na catsuit is made of leather talaga na pawis siya. Dripping siya niyan habang nagkikritik. Tumutuloy yung pawis niya sa boots niya. Kasi yung suot niya yung mga ginagamit talaga ng mga rubber, ng mga latex talaga na walang pawis talaga siya.
Yan yung
haggard
parang
siya
kailangan
niyan,
mo yata
time na
ng baby powder or ng lube para suotin.
Ano masuot mo? Hirap na hirap
Grabe.
siya suotin yan.
Okay. So, tinulungan mo ba siyang isuot to?
Tinulungan ko siyang hubarin.
Give siya. No, but yeah, Suki was one of my favorite
Ang happy ko lang din
runways.
para kay Suki Doll talaga. Talaga.
Mukha nga.
I love her there.
This was one of my favorite runway looks today kasi parang this is one of those looks na the more that you look at it, the more you appreciate
Correct.
because of the details. And the details all make sense.
At saka siya lahat gumawa niyan.
Yun talaga yung nakakauga. Di ba? Ikaw, if you had like 4 designers, siya lang mag-isa. Next week. Hindi ko na kasi alam kung drag pa ba pinag-uusapan
Okay.
natin eh. Okay, up next we have Kiana as Mami Oni. I know na parang it wasn't the home run that it could have been. But I really like this from Kiana. It is brain rot, bobohan. Bilang I'm in my dog show era now, this like truly resonates with me.
Wow.
Pero to the point siya na tipong, alam kong wala na, I think pag tinanggap mo muna na parang it's not supposed to make sense, you will be able to
Yes.
enjoy this even more.
I think, well, number one kasi we have Alyssa on the judging panel. So, of course, Alyssa will not know who Tony Fowler is. Alyssa will not know the brain rot, Tony-isms. This is one of those cases na pag hindi mo kilala, hindi mo magigets.
Correct.
Kasi in terms of the physical comedy or the body language or the voice, it was still quite Kiana for me. The writing was really strong. The jokes were really strong. Pero pag hindi mo kilala si Tony Fowler, wala ka magigets.
Although bagay na bagay kay Kiana, sa aming lahat, siya yung pinaka nakakuha nung character. Pinakakamukha niya talaga. So, pero sobrang worried niya nung time na nag-shoot kami.
Talaga?
As in, kabadong-kabado talaga siya. Like, yung writing niya, parang lahat kami tinatanong niya, okay ba to? Okay ba tong gagawin ko? Ganyan-ganyan. Pero nung napunta sa edit, ang ganda naman.
Actually, for me, yung characterization, sobrang Mami Oni na Mami Oni. Yung tipong like, chaotic, pero like may magandang singer. Yun nga lang, maybe medyo naging chapsoy kasi ang daming nakasulat without like, it doesn't have the same amount of focus na meron yung sayo or yung kay Arizona. But, I don't know, again, for me, it's still Kiana doing like batshit crazy comedy.
Oo.
I'm still here for it.
Yeah.
Maganda siya. I think siguro parang putting it into context of magkasunod sila ni Suki. Similar character of like a stripper or like a very horny character. I think yung kay Kiana is too referential to transcend cultural barriers. Wow! Transcend!
Correct.
Pero gets, parang yung kung kay Suki, na-gets ko kahit di ko kilala, kahit hindi ko naiintindihan. Eto, pag hindi mo kilala, hindi mo maintindihan.
Tapos I'm sure ang sasabihin ni Mami Oni sa mga AFAM, kayo mag-adjust. Kung
Correct.
hindi nyo kilala, kayo mag-adjust, diba? So,
Pero for sure, lahat kami sa viewing party kagabi, lahat kami lokang-loka
Oo,
dito.
diba? Ang sabi niya.
For Filipino audience, habito.
Yes.
Correct.
And then, going into Kiana's runway look, I love where she was going with this. I love the execution of the waist up. Pero nabang-bang talaga siya dun sa yung sa legs. Yung sa legs na hindi nagla-legs.
Alam mo na sinusuot niya pa lang to, medyo nalulungkot na ako for Kiana. Kasi gano'n na nga yung pinagdadaanan niya dito sa Snatch Game pa lang. Tapos yung runway niya naging ganun. So parang, oh my God, Kiana, ano nangyayari? Papasok ka pa lang ng runway, malungkot na, pagod na yung likod niyang legs. Tapos talagang kitang-kita na medyo stuffed toyish talaga siya. So parang, kailangan mo bumawi kaya i-serve mo pa rin yan, ilaban mo pa rin. Which is yun nakita natin sa runway. Kasi ang ganda ng presentation niya. Talagang hindi mo may aalis na ganun yung makikita kasi nag-malfunction na .
Yeah. And then, medyo nagkaroon ng moment si Kiana sa kasi Mama Pau. And Mama Pau said na I always tell you to parang like, change it up, like what's new. I'm sure that must be frustrating for Kiana.
Yeah.
Because I think rin, yun yung nagiging unfair with somebody so recent who did so well.
Yes.
Diba? Na
And
parang,
also did really well at the start of the competition.
correct. Diba?
Which, yun nga, yung look na to also calls back to a look that she served earlier in the competition
Correct.
with the bull. Kind of, not the same concept, but serving the same energy of like yung masculine, feminine. And the polishness of that was not met by this look.
Yeah.
Actually, especially nung pagkalabas nga ni Kiana, na talaga ako, parang nagkaroon ng moment na, apat na yung, especially after you, parang apat na yung looks natin this season na may horns.
This is a horny season.
It is
Correct.
a horny season. Yeah, and you are one horny queen.
Yeah.
But yun, I love the idea that she was going with this. I love the presentation. But if you look at the waist down, medyo malungkot talaga yung legs.
Saka pag tinignan mo yung optics sa nito, tipong, Kiana is not like yung binibigay ni Kiana is not bad. But relative kasi to like yung momentum ng ibang tao like you, Arizona, Suki, and Yua. Yun eh, 'di ba? It's also about momentum. Eh. Parang you may be doing well, but if like 4 other queens are doing so much better, unfortunately, that's the way the cookie has crumbled this week.
At saka sinasabi ni Mama Pao dyan na I feel na very frustrated siya kasi paano niya pa i-adjust yung prepare niya.
Correct.
Nakita ko na yan. Talagang naririnig namin na yun yung laging sinasabing joke ni Mama Pao na, kaya nakita ko na yan. Yung mga ganyan. So parang, paano niya babaguhin? Paano niya i-edit?
Hindi naman po pwedeng lumabas, diba?
Alam na umuwi siya. So,
for me, kung tinanggal niya yung leg sa likod, kasi yung sa Untucked naman, nung naglakad na siya, wala na yung leg sa likod, parang mas okay nga eh.
Yeah.
Ayun lang. Ewan ko. Parang, ang sad lang na nag-align yung runway look na to with this challenge. Na parang, siguro, gets ko bakit siya nag-breakdown. Kasi mas na-aggravate yung frustrations niya.
Yeah. It is heartbreaking, but also, you can't keep your eyes off it, seeing somebody just like do so well a few months ago, tas now parang, wait, sobrang whiplash ng malali ang mga nangyayari sa kanya, but we love her, and I love your mommy, Oni. Okay.
For more shout out ulit sa sa editing team nung sa video ni Kiana, yung mga season 3 comments sa gilid.
nakita na sa gilid.
Alam mo, yung editing team talaga, may mga moments sila nag-e-enjoy lang din talaga sila sa trabaho nila. So, props po. Shout out Yumi Us.
Okay.
And up next, we have Yua with Anna Delvey. Ito din is one of those, if you don't know the character, you won't get it. But there's still enough there in terms of serving the election, the platform, kung ano yung principle ng character that you can still understand where it's coming from. But if you have watched the Inventing Anna Netflix series with the amazing Julia Garner, si Silver Surfer, may payoff siya pag kilala mo yung character. Pero there's still enough there to understand. But I think it's not something, the humor is not something that everyone will get.
Ako naman, I think the reason why it's effective is because I think sa start, sinabi niya agad na you know, parang con artist siya, trickster siya. So parang yun pa lang, guys, the jokes here are going to be about being estafadora. I think very important yun, i-front load mo agad what the game is gonna be. So therefore, nag-make sense yung magiging plataforma niya and the fraudum and all that. So parang for me, that was very, very smart. And also, Yua is just, I think, incredibly charming on camera. So for me, this was a very, very strong performance.
Sobrang confident niya sa challenge na to.
It showed, yeah.
And nakakatawa rin kasi sobrang confident niya na ang ganda niya dyan.
Okay.
Hindi kasi, guys, pag nakita ninyo siya nung live, like, sobrang ganda niya talaga. In fairness naman, yan yung pinakamaganda niya. Yan yung
babae siya doon.
Nung parang nakakasalubong ko siya one time na yan yung look niya. Sabi ko, oh my God, dapat ganito yung makeup mo everyday.
Babae.
Sobrang ganda niya. And yun yung nakakatawa kasi naniniwala siya.
Correct. And ang ganda nun for the character kasi parang again, for the character of Anna Delvey, you have to again manufacture your own delulu. So maybe she was just being a method actress about it, 'di ba? So pasabog siya doon. And then of course, meron tayong white lion Yeti inspired. It's a very strong look. I don't think it is as extravagant as like the one na yung look mo and yung kay Suki, but I think definitely this has been Yua's best runway so far.
Yun eh.
Yun.
I think in terms of trajectory, kaya siya pinasok into the top 3. In terms of trajectory, this was Yua's moment in this competition. Parang, kumbaga, if there was any moment that we would reward Yua, it would be this challenge. Medyo contested. Nakikita ko on social, it's a little contested. But yeah, for me, it's her best runway look. Ang ano lang, parang, if you've seen Isis Couture's runway in the Canada season, that's also white with the same mouth guard.
Gets.
Parang, in memory comparison, medyo, okay. But yeah, it's Yua's best look. Maybe.
Correct. Tapos pina-check niya kay Suki. Ganito ba siya?
Although nung time na to, medyo may mga chismis din yung damit niya, yung look niya. May mga dirty parts. Na-critic din naman.
Hindi na lang nila
pinakita. Pero overall, from afar or from the TV, hindi mo na mapapansin yung mga yun eh.
Correct.
So, tsaka yung pagka-serve niya dun sa runway.
I think Yua had the benefit of being judged by Alyssa Edwards in this particular challenge because the joke was very pun intended with her runway, very white. Very Western humor siya. And kumbaga parang yun yung downside kay Kiana, but like, positive kay US. Alyssa was there on the panel for this week.
So next Slation Royale, ilagay niyo sa panel si Julina Magdangal para may makaintindi ng Filipino references.
Diretso na natin. Si Mami Tony nalagay natin sa judges panel.
Ilagay niyo si Tony Fowler sa Slation, tapos kung di niya maintindihan, sabihin niya, tangina niyo! Kayo mag-Tagalog!
Diba? Actually, parang ang ganda. I would love to see, season 4 premiere, ilagay niyo po si, Mami Tony.
Diba?
Mami Tony Gonzaga.
And then let's move on to Venus Deluxe. Can I just say, again, because I looked at this really as an acting challenge, like an SNL sketch comedy challenge and not an improv challenge. Dito mo talaga nakita na tipong nilabas ni Venus yung pagiging actress niya. 'Di ba? Body, posture, gesture, voice. Nakakatakot siya sa start, 'di ba? Bago niya ilabas yung sunod-sunod na punchline, medyo nakakatakot because to a T, yung boses, wow.
Yun yung mas nakakatakot pa dyan is the character was well captured, but the character is a very understated character, and she did not rely on a lot of parang physical humor for it. Ang nilaban niya talaga yung...
Wala nga mga editing masyado.
Oo, wala masyadong editing. Nakaupo lang siya doon, pero ang nilaban niya yung pun after pun after pun. Inday Sara, Inday, I'm telling you, I'm not going, running, accountability, accountant. Yung talagang, yung thought process, yung taba ng utak.
And for me, hindi rin ako, parang alam ko dapat matawa ako ng mas malakas pa, pero hindi ako fully makatawa kasi natatakot talaga ako dun sa character niya. Na parang baka pag tumawa ko na malakas, baka sapakin ako ni Inday Sara. Ganon for me ka-effective yung like pag-transform niya.
Ang taba ng utak ni Venus dito. And I just wanna like give a shout out to I also watched another parang podcaster reviewer ng Drag Race Philippines, si Sisney Pop, yung parang hinihimay niya yung references. For sure, mag-e-enjoy siya himayin yung references ni Venus dito kasi grabe, ang bilis pasadahan ni Venus.
Correct.
Talagang nangyari, talagang sinabi talaga to ni
Correct.
Ni Sarah.
Yeah. Pero what do you have to say about this? Especially, sabi mo nga kanina, you were genuinely worried for her that week because like, ate, this is not the week to get derailed, diba?
Diba kinakalma-kalma ko siya nun sa earlier nung araw na yan. Sabi niya, hindi, mamaya na ako mamaya na ako
nakita ko kung bakit.
Kasi ginamit niya dito as an inspiration na kailangan galit ako, kailangan nanggigigil ako, kailangan masama yung ugali ko dito.
Kaya, nakakatakot talaga yung Inday Sara niya.
And then, that runway.
Let's talk about that runway. I mean, I saw like a post online, naka side by side ito, yung Manananggal saka yung tech couture niya, na tipong she said in her girl group verse that she was all about innovations and she is putting period.
Yes. Parang sabi niya kasi, before coming in, gusto niya talagang itap yung na yun, yung Manananggal look na yun. So talagang nasa intention niya talagang magpasabog ng bagong camp na magtitrend sa buong mundo. At ito yun, talagang excited siya sa runway na yan.
And I don't know if depende lang sa pa na time to say it, but the way that we film the runways is the first we do it 2 times. The first one is always titingnan lang ng judges, as papanoorin lang yung presentation mo, and then yung second yung may commentary. I'm sure sa una pa lang, doon nakuha yung soundbite. Sa pagkalabas pa lang ni Venus, there are very, very few moments like that on Drag Race. Sometimes you can clock it na unang labas pa lang nung queen, grabe na yung reaction, yung reception ng judges. Kasi kahit sa viewing party, girl, unang labas, as in unang tapak ni Venus sa main stage, hiyawan na lahat.
Grabe.
Tsaka walang mag-expect na may maglalabas ng ganyan, di ba?
Correct.
Small person.
Yeah.
Person, dang duwende, tapos ganyan yung pagka-atake ni Venus.
And yung makeup. Yung makeup pa. Yung, ang ganda ng runway look, ang ganda ng presentation, ang smart nung gumagapang siya na naglalakad, ginaganon-ganon niya pa yung legs. Tapos tingnan mo yung makeup niya.
Ganda.
Masabog talaga.
Ganda.
When did you know that this was gonna be her mythical creature runway? Like,
sa show na.
Talaga?
Sa show,
correct.
Nalaman na nitong episode na lang na to.
Wow. So talagang taguan talaga kayo.
May taguan din kami ng looks namin. Siyempre, ayaw naming ma-reveal, ayaw naming mapaghandaan yung mga looks namin.
Correct.
Baka ma-edit or ma-adjust pa.
Correct.
So, nung nalaman ko na magdodare siya, wala na. sis, ikaw na talaga to.
Diba?
Pasabog ka talaga.
Grabe siya dito. I mean, and again, what I'm getting here is that Venus as a performer, even though, like, during the day, medyo nauga siya, when it is time to hit her mark, she will hit it very well and will leave you gagging and will break the internet. Diba? Pasabog siya. And then, we find out na ang ating tops ay 3, which is my kind of party. Diba? Tatlo ang tops natin, and then you...
Sana all.
Diba? Tatlo, it was just there. I just had to go.
Ikaw ba? Sorry.
Sana all nga. Yung totoo.
Diba? Merong tatlong tops ngayon. It's gonna be a 3-way lip sync. So, of course, we get to that later on. But we move on to
wait,
top.
Wait. May confessional kayo ni Venus. Ano yung na-feel mo na they added Hua to the top?
Uy, nagulat kami. Kasi nga akala namin, moment na namin ni Venus na mag-lip sync battle. At saka, ang ganda nung song na parang girl group. Di ba? From a girl group with Precious Paolo Nicole. So parang, sige, ang gandang moment ito na maglalaban kami ni Venus. Tapos sa Snatch Game pa.
Correct.
Biglang sinama si Yua.
Diba?
Ano nangyayari?
Si Precious talaga yun, nagdamit lang ng Yua. So,
okay.
divine reunion talaga yun on stage. Diba?
Yua Paula Nicole.
Naloka kami ni Venus. Talaga.
So, ayun. And then, we get to Untucked and we see I think it's a breakdown, a very emotional moment from Kiana. Basically, she said that like she really felt like quitting, 'di ba? Pero in that moment,
quit na talaga siya noon.
Talaga.
Oo, kaya pinipigilan na namin siya. Mas marami pa siyang narinig, hindi lang yung kay Arizona na mga bobo ka, tanga ka.
Parang mapapakwit ka talaga ata pag sinabihan ka ng bobo.
Kay Kiana kasi parang girl, hello, parang first time makarinig ng negative comments, all stars na to, talagang kailangan nilang maging hard on us.
Correct.
So,
may clip nga na kinakausap niya ng producers, yung Drag Race team.
Matagal yun. Mga 30 minutes siyang nasa labas bago siya pumasok ulit.
Diba? It's giving Jiggly All-Star 6 walkout, almost quitting. Ate
ganon.
Jiggly, alam namin yung reference na yun. Diba? Oo. But yeah, it it is a pressure cooker situation.
I really felt for Kiana because I was in a similar, yung breakdown ko on my season, it was a very similar moment of, parang, it's one thing to not do well. It's another to feel out of place. And nakikita ko yung pinagdadaanan niya. And siguro parang comparison na lang din of she was fresh from her season na very sorority kami, very close, tightly knit kaming cast. And then papasok siya dyan, the only one from season 3. And she also has to deal with like queens from other cultures. It's really mahirap talaga, madali talaga ma-feel mo na medyo OP ka.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking yung time na yan for Kiana kasi nung mga una, kapag kasi Kiana sinasabi niya parang hindi ako prepared, ganyan. Pag nagtatanungan kami ng mga preparations, hindi ako prepared, tapos ang ayos ng performance, acting to si Kiana. So itong mga latter episodes na naggagaganyan siya, parang ang hirap paniwalaan, pero nitong mismo umiiyak na siya at talagang nagbe-breakdown na siya, parang oh my God, kawawa naman si Kiana.
Yeah.
Lumabas yung pagiging bata niya.
Si
season.
Si baby girl. Oo. Pero wala kasi I think rin, episode 6 na parang, yes, a lot of competition has already happened, but there's still a lot left, 'di ba? Na tipong, wait, ang dami pang episodes, sa tipong, kaya pa ba? Di ba ayun ang tanong ni Kiana.
I think thankful din si Kiana. And ako rin, thankful din ako na yung mga kasama niyo doon sa competitions are like sisters to her. Or like older sisters to her. Na lahat kami talaga pinupush si Kiana na, no, don't quit. Ano ba?
Correct.
Hindi pa ito yung last time. Hindi pwede ito yung maging story mo.
Mga Miss Congeniality moments si Suki Doll dito, yung kanyang words of wisdom. Grabe.
Masabog doon. Oy, Suki Doll ulit.
Napapatahimik din ako pag si Suki din yung sasalita.
Okay.
Promise. As in, ang ganda ng mga sinasabi niya. Okay. Magaling talaga yung bibig niya.
Sabihin ko pa lang sana, paano kanya pinapatahimik?
Pero for me, yung sinabi ni Arizona na lahat tayo pagod, wag kang bobo. Trending na siya na meron isang clip like me sa office mate kung gusto na mag-resign pero tas malapit na yung 13th month. Parang ganun daw yung sasabihin mo. It's again Arizona
sobrang
and her gift.
Sobrang Pinoy nung ganun, no?
Pero alam mo, feeling ko naman hindi alam ni Arizona na ganun yung sinasabi niya. Talagang concerned talaga siya.
Oo. Ganun siya mag-express. Ganun siya mag-express ng love. Bobo ka, wag, di ba? Nangina mo, nakakatawa lang sila. Again, if kayo po ay makapunta sa Arizona bonding, ang hilig nila magsabi ng tangina mo, bobo ka. It's really a riot. But yeah, it's quite painful to see that. And then we do the lip sync battle. 'Di ba? Ang three-way lip sync of Yua, Brigiding, and Venus Deluxe. Pagpili pa lang ng lip sync, yung pinili agad ni Venus
Sabi talaga,
Siam, akin na yan. Oo.
Kaya siya patumpik-tumpik pa. Alam niya, yun talaga yung natanggalin niya.
Parang first time yata yun na with the lipstick format na pinakita nila kung sino yung pinili.
Correct, 'di ba? Pero coming into this lip sync like with a song from Beanie, ano yung approach mo before it started? Ano yung mga minap out mo na parts, pinlot mo na parang okay, ganito magiging atake ko?
Well, sabi ko, talagang isasayaw ko lang to. I-lip sync for my life ko lang talaga to. Kasi parang yung fact pa lang na mag-lip sync ako for the win. Panalo na ako yun sa part na yun.
Yeah.
Di ba? Parang bonus na lang kung ako talaga yung manalo ng Rubash for this episode na yun nga based from my history ng Snatch Game. So, in-enjoy ko na lang talaga. And para kasing medyo, hindi ko alam kung anong preparation ni Yua at preparation din ni Vinyas. Pero kung iisipin ko yun, kakabahan lang ako at mag-overthink lang ako sa performance ko. So, sabi ko, bahala kayo kung anong gagawin ninyo. I'll just do my best here and perform my
Pero yung look handa siya mag-girl group
Oo, na mag-girl group.
Kasi yung pang girl group ko na other
okay.
Kung pink ako, yun yung susuotin ko sana.
Pero giving yung look for the song din, giving
Very calculated
siya.
lang talaga lahat ng dala ko kasing damit nung time na yun. Wala akong extra. Yung mga pang lipstick battles, 2 to 3 lang yung dala ko. So, ako, hiniram ko lang yung boots ko nun kay Yua. Yung wigs ko dun, hiniram ko lang din kay Yua. Sa mga lip sync battles, so yun.
And then, Yua was declared the winner of the lip sync and kayo siguro ni Vinyas.
Nagulat kami kasi hindi ko siya pinapanood. Ano nangyari para
Tama naman, kasi you have to focus on yourself.
Tapos yung pala nung sinasabi nila, naglabas siya ng kodigo, out of my head. Okay. Word!
Bumenta siya sa akin kasi parang kayong tatlo, hindi niya talaga alam yung
rap
part na yung rap.
Kami talaga, riot kami.
Oo.
So yun yung, dun siya bumenta na parang, lahat sila hindi alam yung lyrics, pero itong isa.
Alam ko naman. Alam ko,
okay,
parang
okay.
in fairness nga, parang akin lang yung may tamang lyrics dun.
Clock them. Drag them, mama. Diba? Hindi niya kailangan ng kodigo.
Pero funny kasi nung...
sobrang bobo lang talaga niya.
Yung kapal na mukha, hindi ko alam to. Eto siya.
Yeah.
Gabit na gabit ni Yua yung confidence niya talaga, tsaka yung comedy niya. Talaga naman.
Gawit na gawit.
Totoo.
I mean, diba, you gotta work with what you have,
And I love
diba?
that for her.
Correct.
Promise.
That's
Love
good.
that
She
for her.
used that to build momentum and then win a badge and beat the two of you. So palakpakan natin si Yua Hamasaki, diba? From Drag Race US 10, now the winner of the Snatch Game ng Drag Race Philippines Selection Royale. And then of course, ang pinili niyang lipstick ay ang lipstick ni Siam, diba? So Siam Sasha is away. But ikaw, how would you remember Siam as a competitor? Kasi I think we did get a lot of Siam the last 2 to 3 weeks. But how would you remember her as a competitor? Any good memories, fond
Pinaka-nag-mark
memories?
sa akin yung entrance niya. Kasi
Bigay.
bukod dun kasi, medyo haggard yung costume niya. Bumabagsak yung shades niya sa lips niya. So yung makapal niyang lip gloss, kumakalat na sa mukha niya. So parang naalala ko na katabi ko siya, pinupunasan ko yung lipstick sa kanya. She's very sweet and she's very happy that she's on stage with all of us there. So parang from that moment, I knew na mabuting tao si Siam and happy siya sa position niya kung nasaan kami ngayon sa Selection Royale. So nung naging ganun yung parang ending niya, tapos parang doon pa siya na-eliminate sa episode na hindi niya man lang na-redeem yung sarili niya or nabawi man lang at least bago siya maalis from that drama. Nakakalungkot. Pero kailangan na talaga niyang umalis din.
Yeah. Ito yung pag sinasabi nila, it's a marathon, not a race. Kasi she started off the season really strong and received really well. But I think, naubusan na siya ng gas.
Oo. And then, you live to slay another day. And then next week is the trigger warning, Mix Chanel. It's the lip sync, Lollapalooza.
May mga deja vu moments talaga ako ng episode na to. Pero ito talaga yung parang, naramdaman ko na naman yung kilabot nung party-party na biglang, hep, wait!
Oo, diba? But, I'm very excited to see how it turns out next week. But,
Patikim, ano yung mindset mo nung narinig mo ng Lollapalooza? Ano yung atake?
Well, I'm happy na meron akong another episode.
Correct.
To show
Another TF, oo, diba?
Showcase who I am as a performer At saka lip sync battle to. So this is what we really do.
Mhm.
So yung importante tong challenge to, importante tong rubage dito na for sure lahat ng queens pag-aagawan talaga.
Yeah.
Battle it out talaga to.
Correct.
Pero yung mga queens kasi na natitira, ito talaga yung mga malalakas sa lip sync.
Palaban talaga, girl.
Si
Oo.
Kiana, Arizona Brand.
Swookie sold sex on that lip sync of yours like
Yes.
crazy.
Si Venus Deluxe. At saka,
Kakapanalo pa lang
Correct,
yan.
diba?
Natin.
So, yeah,
parang
yeah.
Hindi mo alam kung anong i-expect mo, hindi mo rin alam kung paano yung format ng Lollapalooza.
Aha.
First time kong mag-Lollapalooza.
Mhm.
So, wala akong data kung anong i-expect.
Aha.
Kabado
Pasawa.
ako nung time na yun kasi yun nga sabi ko, calculated lang yung mga dala kong gamit, yung
Aha.
mga dala kong costume, so wala akong mga
Reveal.
paandar
Aha.
masyado. Sabi ko, sige, babaan ko na lang ako sa talent, babaan ko na lang ako sa bibig.
Correct. At we will find out if that bibig of yours will save you.
I'm so excited to see yung parang maging strategy kung paano yung pilian ng person,
Yeah.
kung paano pilian ng kanta, ano yung mga kantang nakahain, what different genres.
Yeah.
Yun yung exciting sa Lollapalooza eh. Kasi especially given
I know-
this
yeah.
especially given this roster of strong lip syncers, strong performers, minsan nasa kanta yan. Minsan
Yes.
nasa kung sino katapat
Correct.
mo yan for what song.
Oh, saka let's review lang yung mga ini-establish na storylines, diba? Nandiyan ang Venus and Brigiding na magka-season 1 and sisters. Nandiyan ang Arizona and Kiana na parang very, diba? Na parang the runner-up paandar. So, hindi ko alam kung dito ba mag-bloom ang mga tinanim na plot points na ito. So, we will find out.
And international queens, dalawa
Correct.
lang din sila natitira.
Correct. So, sino ang last? Oo nga. Like, sino ang international queen standing? Pasabog. I'm so excited for
At saka yung judges
Wednesday.
natin for the next episode,
Diyos
Precious
ko,
Paul.
Precious Paula Nicole at Sasha Colby.
Sasha
Ano na?
Colby, pwede ba?
Nung pinakita nila sa preview, yung naramdaman ko yung kilig ng audience sa combination na yun ng judges. Mwah!
I mean, Sasha Colby also won her Lollapalooza. Oh my God. So, but that is it. Maraming salamat, Brigiding,
Thank you,
for
thank you,
joining
thank you.
us. I'm so happy with like this Brigiding that we are seeing,
Yes.
diba? There's
Super
only
yes.
a few weeks left of this competition. I hope you savor every moment of it because it goes by really fast. But I cannot wait to see what else is coming because I have a feeling the best is yet to come, I think. And that is it for our recap of Snatch Game. Maraming salamat. Don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcast and Spotify and YouTube. Subscribe to wherever we are located. Ang aming-
Mag-comment na din kayo, give us engagements, comment kayo, bakit wala si Versex this episode?
Correct, di ba? Kasama si Katkat.
Nagkakagatan.
Nagkakagatan. And then our viewing parties, of course, episode 7, it's a mini season 3 reunion. Brigiding also has the intervention. So, kung kaya nyong tuhugin pareho, go do it because this only happens 10 weeks in a year. So, i-all
Correct.
out nyo na. Diba? I-all out nyo na. But that is it. Maraming salamat. But before we go, meron kaming mabilisang victory toast for this episode.
And to end the episode, we are doing a very special toast featuring our sponsor.
Ang ating Johnny Walker Blonde. Okay, so Briggs, congrats on this great momentum you have right now. How you did sa Snatch
Pakita mo
Game.
kung gaano kagaling yung bibig mo.
Ay! Ay! Pero maraming salamat, Johnny Walker.
Thank you, Johnny Walker. Becca naman.
Drink responsibly.
And
Yes.
salamat din po sa Evil Queen shot glasses. Shot na.
Diba? Shut na. Thank you, everyone. We will see you next week.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.